Okay, so we just finished watching the I Am Cait premiere, and what did you think of it?
It was the most amazing thing I have ever seen on television.
Okay.
Very knowledgeable. It was filled with so many warm moments. My top 3 moments would be the mom coming to the realization of, okay, cool, let me deal with it now. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna take a lot of time to deal with it.
Her honesty about it, right?
Exactly.
I think that's what touched me the most as well, is that she just was like right up front. She's like, look, she's like, it's going to take some time. I still want to call you Bruce. I'm sorry.
Because I've been used to calling you Bruce. It's gonna take some time for me to call you she, or for me to refer to Caityln as like, I would just want to get your attention, you know? I would be compelled to say, hey Bruce, not hey Caityln. But you know, I'm willing to work on it.
100%, yeah.
Second thing is Kylie and Kim's interaction with her. Amazing. Kylie was like, you look beautiful. Kim, you look beautiful. Kanye, you look beautiful. By the way, Kanye is the type of person that would not actually be very public with all this kind of crap.
First of all, are you best friends with Kanye?
No.
Do you know him? Have you met him? Do you know him personally?
No.
Okay, so then I'm going to tell you the same thing I would tell anyone else. Don't make large assumptions about someone's personality based on what you think that person would be like.
That isn't wrong, but all I'm saying is that for
I thought the Kylie thing seemed very genuine. I thought the Kim and Kanye thing seemed very forced. Staged. Yeah, exactly. I thought it seemed really fake. I thought there was something really insincere about it. When Pam had said to her, you know, what do you look like under that jacket? She's like, oh, I'm wearing a really ill-fitted skirt and blah, blah, blah. So it was more about how she looked than anything else. It wasn't about, hey, I'm here for you. I should wear something comfortable because, you know, this is your moment. I don't want to steal it. And yet she walked in and she got that jacket on. So that kind of bothered me. Right? And the Kanye thing, was the shoe thing, was that staged? Because I think that those are his Yeezus shoes.
I'm not sure.
It seemed a little staged. Oh, what about your shoes? I'm sorry, honey. It seemed like that seemed just a little too staged for me. I personally, I can't stand Kanye West. I think that his holier-than-thou attitude is actually detrimental to the rap and hip-hop industry. I think that it's taken it back a little bit. I think that what he did when he was like the college graduation guy, like when that guy was fucking awesome. That guy I admired and respected. And this guy, listen, really, you know what? Every time he shows up on a TV show, I turn the channel. I'm like, click. You know what I mean? And the thing is, like, I love the fact that, yes, okay, this is what a lot of people are not taking into consideration. As a black man, to consider this okay, that's the big deal. Fuck that it's Kanye West. It's that it's a black man saying this, because we all know that it's much harder in the black, community. I want to say industry outside of that. We all know it's that much harder in the black community. Like, like it's the liver and Cox thing all over again. To be black and be gay, fine. But to be black and be trans, whoa. Brings it to the next level. Exactly. I honestly, I have to say, like I said, like I saw some real similarities between Esther and my mother. And not just in looks. My mother was almost gray-haired and blue-eyed as an older woman. So, like, not just in looks, but the personality that was there. And I wonder, as a trans woman, did my mother ever think those things? And if so, why didn't she ever ask me those questions?
Let me ask you this. If your mother would ever act the way Esther did to Caityln, how would that change your relationship? If she would ever come out and say, hey, so it's going to take me some time to get used to your new identity, to get used to me calling you by Samantha. I'm going to call you as whatever your male pronoun was, whatever your male name was.
Yep.
I have no idea what that is, and I have no time to know it because it's your business. How would that make you feel?
I think as a transgender
how would that relationship come?
Like, okay, like I think that, like, I came out at 13 years old. I transitioned at 13. And I think that as a transgender youth, hearing that from my mother, hearing that sort of level of acceptance, would have maybe stopped me from taking a knife to my genitalia. I remember one time sitting in our house on Ray Street in Hamilton, Ontario, with not just a knife, but like a serrated butcher knife, like bad. And I remember pulling my penis out, and I remember cutting at it. And luckily, I didn't cut it off. But I did cut it, and it did bleed really bad. But I think that hearing my mom say those words to me, look, I get it. I don't understand this. I don't know what's going on, but I'm willing to take the time to understand it. I'm willing to take the time to be there for you as a parent.
So that you're telling me that helped you.
Oh, 100%. And I genuinely will believe that it helped Caityln as well.
So another one of my moments is when Kyler passed away, God bless his soul, wherever he is. When Caityln came over to Kyler's family and had that little chat, that touched me a lot.
Yeah.
Before, when we learned about the news that Kyler passed away, my heart sank.
Right.
Because the expression that Caityln had on her face, you can't stage that. You really can't stage those kind of emotions that you're about to literally die. You're about to cry.
Agreed. Remember on the Diane Sawyer special, did you watch it?
I did not.
Okay, so on the Diane Sawyer special, Diane Sawyer sat back and said, there's a lot of people that think that this is being staged. There's a lot of people that think this. And I remember Bruce at the time, not Caityln as of yet.
Yes.
Sitting back and saying, oh yeah, Diane, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to fake it
and it's
for publicity.
Correct.
Of course, exactly. And it was funny because you looked at him, I'm using proper pronouns in a past tense.
Yes.
You looked at him and you realized, this is a person who's very serious about this. Because even I had my doubts. I went, and I never, here's the thing. As a transgender woman, I never doubted that she was trans when it all came out. But what I doubted was the sincerity of the level of what was going on. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so after I saw that Diane Sawyer interview, and I was lucky enough to be dating someone at the time, and we watched it together, and that person asked some very intelligent questions throughout the show, and it really took me back to when I transitioned and how hard it was. Mm-hmm. Did you know before watching this that the suicide rate among transgender youth was 9 times higher than that of any other demographic in the world?
I did not know that it was the specific number, but I knew it was much, much higher.
Isn't that sad? As a trans woman, and for me, as a trans activist, and as a trans social media personality, I find myself look, and this has upset boyfriend after boyfriend after boyfriend. I'm on social media 24 hours a day. I tell everyone, social media is a part-time job. Mm-hmm. If you're not willing to put the time in, then don't get on it. Don't be social.
Yeah.
So whenever I see stuff about the suicide stuff, I get really emotional and I break down and it hurts me. It hurts me on such a visceral level to think of that happening to someone in this day and age of acceptance. And I don't want to say funny, it's funny, haha, it's not funny, haha. It's funny, ironic in the sense that I read the Kyler thing and I remember posting about it and I remember crying as I posted it because I was and yet another trans light is out too soon.
Exactly. He was 14!
Right?
He was 14 years old. I'm not a trans person at all. But you are certainly part of the GLBT umbrella. Correct. I'm biologically male. I'm comfortable with this. I'm a drag queen. I am a female illusionist. I'm gay.
Wait, hold on. A gender illusionist.
Excuse me, gender illusionist. Give me that, yes.
Hello.
Correct. So I'm comfortable in my own body.
Right.
Yes, I have my doubts. I have certain things that I'm not comfortable with.
Uh-huh.
Me being not transgender and not very into the community, whatever was just happening on the episode or in the world per se, with the kids killing themselves or getting killed, it hurts me. And I'm not even part of the community that much for me to actually be affected by it. But for some odd reason, I'm very affected by it. I have had people who come up to me and they're like, this has been the worst decision I've ever made. Or, this has been the best decision I've ever made. I'm free. I'm truly who I'm supposed to be.
I've said this on social media and I'll say it now with you. I don't know if I ever said this to you, but for the first time looking at Caityln Jenner, she looks happy.
She does.
Whenever I saw pictures of her from before, and I've actually said this, she looked really sad.
Very fake smiles.
There was a sorrow about her look and her tonality. Just some very complacent. Yes, dear. No, dear. Whatever. And you know what? And that's also, it never came as a shock. It's going to come up. It never came as a shock when Caityln admitted that there was abuse with Kris Jenner.
Never
came as a shock to me because I was like, oh, I could see that. I saw that before it happened.
Jenner, what's her name? Kris. Excuse me, Miss Jenner, if you're ever watching this, and I hope
it's Miss Kardashian.
Miss Jenner.
Caitlyn is Kardashian. Caitlyn is Jenner. Kris is Kardashian.
I was referring to Caitlyn.
Okay,
Miss Jenner.
go ahead.
I'm so sorry. Kris actually runs the whole ordeal of the Kardashian Jenner clan. So Bruce never had any say. Now Caitlyn is her own free person.
Mm-hmm.
Caitlyn can run her own life. Caitlyn is free. Caitlyn is no lies. She said it herself.
Well,
Bruce used to lie.
Remember
all the
when
time.
she said the thing about not using K, she used C.
Yes.
And she said, I don't want to be associated with that.
With the Kardashians, correct.
I want a free break from it. And it's you know what? I don't know if this touched you as well. So when we were watching the video, and then it was showing scenes coming up, where Kim Kardashian says, you don't need to throw us under the bus when you're with your rise to fame. Honey,
this is your moment.
First of all, you started in porn. Honey, you weren't on the bus. You weren't under the bus. You were on the bus, in the back of the bus. So get the fuck over it.
Yeah.
I think that, for the first time in Caitlyn's life, she's being honest and sincere about what's going on in her life. And I think that's bothering people. I especially think that it's scaring the Kardashians because they got some secrets up in there. Hashtags, you got too many secrets. Thank you.
And the funny thing about that, if Caityln wanted to be
shady.
It was shady. Because I was going to use a different way. If she wanted
Starts with a B, ends with an itch. I know this one already. Go.
If she wanted to be shady, she could spill those secrets for millions of dollars.
But why? I think.
But then again, Caitlyn is not that kind of person.
Right.
Caitlyn wants.
Hold on. She's not a Kardashian.
Hello. I'll drink to that.
Thank you, Brickstone and Summersby, for sponsoring our night tonight. We have had an incredible time.
It was amazing.
Talking about the I Am Cait original series. We thank you so much for tuning in. It has been an absolute pleasure to have you sitting here and enjoying this journey with us. Daniel, thank you so much for coming. I so much appreciate this. I hope we can do it again soon.
We will actually see you next.
Ladies and gentlemen, as always, please do not ever forget to comment, share, and subscribe. I will catch you on the flip side. Bye!